It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bag. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, I'ma run it back. Friday, day, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, run it back. I got my car, run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jam calling. Let me go quick. The lit like jam talking. Pac-Man, that's the way my name talking. I ain't never coming back. The way the spread. You don't make no clap back when you got back my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. Come back, I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an A. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I got my car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business, I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner's side. Ready to try, keep it.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made the And it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers are ready to go on offense for our first drive of the game.
Set, ready? 90, walk. Here we go, here we go. Get it.
First carry for James Conner. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 15 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. 11 yards there, first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
General West. Check 26, check 26.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready up. 55 check 55 in your face. X3, 218, 5. Check, check.
They'll run on first down. It's Conner, and he works free. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Come on, baby.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Here's Rudolph. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rudolph. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Let's go now. 30 base.
On first down, Connor stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? On third down, it's Connor, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play?
Go. 60 or. Ready?
Rudolph on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Rudolph now to throw, and he finds McDonald. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. They'll set up the screen to Dre. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On first down, Drake. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league. Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. They'll drop the throw. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from the first down. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's first and goal.
Ready, and logo.
They'll run here with Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers, they brought... A red zone alert. Let's jump back in here. First and 10 at the 16. On first down, Connor. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10.
61, match box, let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Connor. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Steelers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Time to see if the game plan this offense has put together will be successful or not as they take over here early in this first quarter of play.
Here we go. 30 base. Check, 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 check. Shoot.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 25 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Conner. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 11th. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? On third down, Conner. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Move the chains again. So this offense looking at a 2nd and 4. The football inside the red zone. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Connor. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's 2nd down, and the defense needing to step up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Go now. 90 Wolf.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Underneath pass here to Van Ness. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside, he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rudolph. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. Third down here. The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Rudolph looking to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Me and you won't get it.
From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. Able to find Switzer. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
60 or. Mike, let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Ready?
On the run is Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Rudolph. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point.
So the task for this offense is preserving this lead. It's a tight game late, and the defense also, keep in mind, they do have 3 timeouts. They start with a give to Connor. He's got a first down and more past the 30, and all the way up to the 37-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Connor on first down, able to take this one forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This is Connor. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run with Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchdown. He'll look to throw. complete to the tight end, Harris.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Exactly what they were looking for.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All I ever do is ball, man. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Press around me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up. Gourmet, I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is now. What state brought me looking bleak now? I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top